What up, Vending fam? Steph here, aka the Vending Cater. Welcome to my channel. This is history. This is my first video ever. And if you're here, whether it's your first time, last time, or you're a repeat, I appreciate it. And it's a blessing. Now, I will say this, never in my life would I ever have thought that me, will be recording, trying to become a content creator, recording it, sharing it, and just exposing what I do with others. Now, just like you all, I like to consume it, but never would I have thought I would be in this position. But sometimes in life, it's just progress. Life is what it is. You go with the flow and you do what you got to do. Now, I know you're looking at the name, you're thinking Vindicator. No, I'm not like a private eye that's helping like relationships, cheating, nothing like that. No, I'm not like Denzel in The Equalizer, Matt Damon and Jason Bourne, Liam Neeson and Taken, none of that. It's a very simple concept. I'm an educator, been in that space for 20 plus years. It's my passion, love the kids, multiple degrees in it. I currently teach middle school science up here in the Northern Virginia area, and that's been my passion. But since September of 2022, I've been in the vending space. And with this, I'm going into my fourth year. You know, in our society, 4 years you can earn a high school diploma, college degree, master's degree, PhD, and being that I've been in this space for 4 years, I feel like I'm in my senior year. I feel like I've mastered it, and yet I still have room to grow, but I have a lot to offer, things that I've seen. It's a multiple six-figure business, and I feel like when I come and share this space, I'm coming from a place of success. I do have receipts and validation to come with it, and I want to share that. It's just in my nature to not gatekeep, inspire others, and go from there. So this is what I came to do, and this is why I'm here. And if you're like me, whenever you see anybody doing what they do, making their money, making it a profession, making it their side hustle, decide to go in business that way, I always want to know, like, how, why, what made you choose this? What led to this? And that's what this video is about. It's just, how did I get in the vending space? Because it definitely was not an aspiration. It was not something that I dreamed about, thought about. But I always have been somebody who's always looking for growth, looking for other areas, and always challenging myself. And this just came along that way. Well, let's rewind it back a little bit. In the teacher profession, our lives are pretty busy. We do get summers off to, explore and do things that you want to do. But for me, the vending space came around as a result of the biggest event in our lifetime, March 2020. COVID. COVID happened. And for a lot of us, when COVID came, I know for me, it was the first time in my adulthood, ever since I left high school, that I was able to actually get off the rat race of get up, get it, grind, handle business, handle your responsibilities as an adult. So think about it. Think back to COVID, right? You working 40 plus hours a week, 9 to 5. Some of you had side hustles doing all this other stuff, but it was like the first time in my life when COVID happened that I was teaching 2 hours a day on a Zoom. The kids would pop in. The world was in disarray, so everybody wouldn't show up to the Zoom thing. Things were just happening, and so I'm literally teaching 2 hours a day, probably from 11 to 1, 8 to 10, things along that line. And as a result, I had all this free time on my hands, and I could have been the master of naps. I could have been the master of Netflix, YouTube, just chill, but that just wasn't in my nature. And to fill that time, it was what can I do? And I just decided, you know what? I'm gonna do Uber Eats delivery. And I decided that I wanted to do Uber Eats. So every day, this probably started April, May at the latest in 2020. Every day I decided to go out doing dinner time, 5 to 9, just every day. Turn on the app and just deliver food. And this was like, I'm wearing gloves, I got the mask, but for me, it was like just for my sanity to get outside, interact with more people and have myself busy with a purpose. It really wasn't even about the money. But as a result of doing this, I was making $200-$300 a day. And with Uber Eats, I'm not sure how it is today, but you get paid every Monday. And for the first time in my life, instead of waiting for this bi-weekly paycheck, now I'm making money every day. And every Monday, it was just coming into my account, 1,000, 1,500 a week. And that really changed my mindset because it was pretty, infectious in a sense. It's very appealing. Because before that, I had multiple revenue streams. Like I was a basketball coach, I was a football coach, track and field coach. I would teach summer school. I would do after school tutoring. So all my incomes are education related. It was in my space, it's in my expertise. But somehow this level of entrepreneurship sort of just came into me through the way of Uber Eats. And it was like, wow. And it just felt amazing to be able to dictate how much money I made, do it at my time and at my leisure. And of course, I'm a forward thinking. I was thinking at some point, the pandemic will come to an end. We will get back to normal. But I already knew in my head, based off of this Uber Eats, it was I want to be in a position where I can dictate how much more money I make. There was no cap on it, how many hours I put in and how productive I was and what I did, more money came. So that came to me. But I also knew Uber Eats wasn't going to be a career. This was something that I definitely wasn't going to be doing for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. So I got on this mission of all right, what makes sense for me? What is a space that I can get into? So that was my journey. It was just trying to figure out what works for me, what works for my personality once this stops, because I enjoy the idea of pursuing these things and making this extra money. And it gave me balance from what I was doing in the education space, because in the education space, as a teacher, you're on demand a lot. You really have free time to yourself. The kids, they want your time. I'm one of those teachers that kids really love. I'm dedicated to what I do. Writing these lesson plans is very labor intensive. When you're not working, you're working. It's you're putting in overtime, but you're not getting paid for it. So it takes a lot of time. And outside of that, you just to maintain the sanity. I already knew I would never go back to coaching because I wanted balance, or summer school. And once again, I wanted balance, or just staying after school later. So I already knew those things were going to happen, but it would just matter what would fill that space. And of course, kept doing Uber Eats probably for a year, through 2021, maybe 13, 14, 15 months, something along that line. And then, of course, we all heard about the vaccine. We knew that was going to come at some point. How soon? Because everybody wanted to get back outside. We all wanted to get to work. We wanted to get to traveling. So we knew it was coming. And then 2021 came, and of course, it depends on where you were. But I know for me, that's when I started to say, all right, we got an idea of what COVID is, how it's going to move. And I knew I wanted to get back to spending time with friends, family, and people that I cared about. And I thought about whenever I'm with my friends, what we do a lot of, we spend a lot of money. But it's I've never made money with my friends. So I know in 2021, my mission was, I want to make money with my friends. That's something I want to do. So a group of my friends, we got together, watched some NFL playoff games, and just first time in over a year, just getting each other presents. But it was a purposeful meeting. It was I wanted us to talk about how can we make money together. So it was just a meeting of a group of friends, watching sports, eating wings, eating pizza, and we were just talking about what can we do to make money together, because we all got different strengths, we all got different weaknesses, we have different professions. And our big idea that we came away with was we wanted to start a hair weave business. Now, that didn't come to fruition, it didn't go beyond that. But the seed was planted. The seed was planted of, hey, let's make money together. So even though that exact meeting, that exact day didn't lead to something directly, it was almost a year later in September, well, in 2022, to where the opportunity to get in the vending space arrived. I do have a business partner. His name is Robert. Shout out to you, Robert. He's an educator as well at a different school over in the same school district. He was in the employee lounge one day, and he was at the vending machines, and he saw the guy doing the vending machines. I guess they were having small talk. And then the conversation pivoted, and the guy just asked Robert, "Hey, do you want to buy this?" Little did we know the guy was going through a divorce. Him and his wife was doing the vending machines together, and I guess they were trying to separate assets and go their separate ways. So that opportunity came, and of course, Robert, he was part of the group of friends that met together that beginning of 2021, and he brought it back to the group. He just said, "Hey, man, this opportunity came. Anybody interested? Let's set up a meeting and see what the guy's talking about." And so we did that. Like, I was like me, and I was the only one, and I was in position to do so thanks to all this extra capital that I had access from doing the Uber Eats. And I knew I was just looking for a vending space. And before I get to the meeting that we had with the guy, let's go back a little bit more. At the top of 2021, I actually got into the notary business. I do have a notary company. I still do it to this day, NovaMobileNotaryService.com in the Northern Virginia area. It's great. You need me. I'll put the link somewhere up in there. But I did get into the mobile notary space because I am an organized person. I'm consistent. Being an educator, I love taking complicated topics and simplifying them, and that's like ideal for the notary space. I can organize things. I'm there for you. So I got into the notary business January 2021 and pivoted away from doing the Uber Eats. It was just doing the notary business and just going from there. And then 2022 comes, this opportunity for Robert arises, and this vending opportunity. So we met with the guy. His name was Alonzo. Met with him, and he wanted us to take over the school district that we work in. And me and Robert work for the school district. It would have been over 50 machines across, 13, 14, 15 different schools. And we were ready to do it, but the district blocked it. They blocked it because me and Robert worked for the school district, and there was no way they could let us do it as employees. It would have been like nepotism, in a sense. That's what they told us. And it was also a government contract, and they just couldn't hand it over like that. So that was like pushed aside. But Alonzo, he pivoted. He said, "Well, I do have a car dealership that you all can take over, take a look at." So we were interested in that. It was a BMW car dealership, and it came with 4 machines. And a special caveat was he provided the coffee, water, and tea to the dealership. If you ever go to a dealership, you can go there and get some coffee, you can get some water out the cooler. Sometimes they have snacks over there that you can indulge in those. And of course, he had the vending machines. And all of this was like pretty appealing because he was making a substantial amount of money and from just coffee, water, and tea, and he was able to keep the profit from the vending machines. So this appealed to us. We went through. He gave us a tour of everything. We met the people, and we had negotiated a number. And I will tell you this: something I learned about business. A good business deal. It's when both sides aren't happy, because that means they're giving up something, you are giving up something. If one person is happy, that's not good. So it has to be a give and take both ways. So we ended up negotiating, came up with a number that we felt was fair for both of us, both parties involved, and we made it official, got some paperwork written up, and this was around June of 2022, July, and we decided that we would take over the business. We would, we agreed on a number. So we agreed all right, this will be our date. We agreed September 1st, 2022 is when we would take over. So that way, that'll give us time to get our website together, get some of this gear together, get the supplies we needed, and just start formulating a plan like how we want to run this business, products, and storage space, It's, all the things that come with it: LLC, taxes, business license, all of those things. So we knew we had 2 months to get ourselves together, and we came up with a plan, executed it, did our research, due diligence, and in September 1st, 2022, we took over the business. And here we are, going on 4 years later, staying consistent, staying strong. And also, within 6 months of taking over that business, another car dealership reached out, word of mouth. They enjoyed what we did. Got more machines, new location. Another 3 to 6 months of that, another car dealership reached out, heard about what we were doing. We had to add to the location, and then another, and then another. And this is where we are today, running this business. There's been some trials, there's been some tribulations, but nothing that can only make you a better business person. And I created this channel because I feel like now is the perfect time to just start sharing this. I feel like I do some great things with the business. I have some great ideas. I can inspire others. There's so much more room to grow, and I want to take people on that journey with me. And of course, when you do stuff like this, I feel like it's going to hold you accountable more to really go that much harder. So me getting into this creator content space, I'm actually very excited. I have a list of ideas, things I want to bring to the table, and who knows where this is going to go. I don't, but I know it's going to go somewhere dope. So welcome. It's the Vindicator, Stephen, and I'm excited. Please, you can comment, say what's up, just say hello, let me know you've been here. If I know you in real life, that's even dope as well. I appreciate you coming. If I don't know you in real life, hopefully we'll meet one day. We'll go from there, do some business, buy some stuff for me, buy some stuff for you. Who knows? But let's see where this goes. Happy New Year. This video, by the way, this video is dropping on January 1st, 2026. I want to kick the new year off in this vending space, and I just look forward to growing. I look forward to greatness, and just putting my best foot forward. And that's going to be the end of this video. I'm out. Peace.